Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome to another edition of this do-it-yourselfer channel. Today I'm going to be working on this Sanitaire heavy-duty commercial vacuum cleaner. As you can tell, the ladies don't care too much what vacuum, so we have a lot of metal on the magnet. This magnet usually does not come with this vacuum cleaners. This was an add-on, so I'm gonna turn it around to show you what the damage was in this, and I'll come back. Okay, so this has been taken off already. I took it out. I took this out. It's real simple. You take the metal out first, and then you take this out. And you can see the damage. There is a hole right here. It's cracked, so all the dust is gonna go in. It doesn't vacuum the same, and it's pretty damaged. So we're gonna go ahead and from another vacuum cleaner that I have, I'm gonna remove the whole cover, the whole assembly, and install it in here on this vacuum cleaner. While I'm having it right there, I'm gonna remove the roller, and obviously I'm gonna clean it later on, but right now the metal part is gone, so you have to just push it back up. Alright, and we got this out. I'm also gonna remove this little bolt, and it's it uses to drive the belt and the roller, so it has to be removed. I'm gonna remove that by holding it right here with the pliers and taking this off. Okay, so I'm telling you, you grab the bottom part, and with another channel locks, you turn it counterclockwise. Got it. And this thing should come out pretty easy. Alright. Make sure you keep this little gasket. This is a lot of hair, so make sure you keep this little gasket. You need it. You have to remove the hair. It's always hair on these things. And we put this thing aside. Alright, so there is another gasket right here on the bottom. Make sure we use it. Okay, make sure it goes first. Alright, and we got this part so far. I'm also gonna remove these legs now that I'm having it on. Turn it upside down. Okay, guys. So to remove the back wheels, we use a T20. I don't know if the camera captures, but it's a T20. Alright, and all we have to do is just remove it from here. Okay, and let's remove it. Now, it's very important that we keep all the screws in one place, because they're very easy to get lost. So I'm going to put it on the table, separated from where I'm working. Get these two, and I'm going to get this one. And we take the wheel off. Now I'm also going to remove the bag. I'm just going to put it aside, and I'm going to remove this little clip. I don't know if that'll be necessary, because I might not have to remove it, because the other one might have it also. Okay, so from here it seems like if we got everything done. Now we're going to turn it around again. I'm going to put it on top. So in here I'm going to remove this magnet, which is pretty it's really helpful, but it bothers a lot too. And I have to clean this up. It's full of metal. All right. Now, I tell you to put the bolts where you cannot lose it. Look what happened there. I almost hit him and everything fell down. So I'm gonna find another place to put it. Now in here we have to remove this knob. This is to increase or decrease the height that you want for the vacuum cleaner to the floor. And for that we use a let me see what T25, I believe it is. Let me see. Yep, it's a T25. So we remove that and we put it aside. Believe it or not, by removing that, we're almost ready, with the exception of, hold on, take all this out. With the exception of these springs. You got springs right here that we got to remove from the bottom, and I should have done it when it was turned upside down. I'm gonna show you where exactly those springs are at. So you got one in here on this side, and we have another one on that side, and then we got a third one, but that's to hold a plate that I'm gonna show you later on. So using a good needle nose, and I say good because mine is not good at all. I use this pair of dikes. I'm just gonna okay, that's out. Now I'm gonna get the second one, and it's there. Now this thing is supposed to come out. Show you. Turn it around. All right. And this thing pops out. Now we gotta find the. We have to find the springs that we just took out. There's one right here. Put them aside, and somewhere around there, the other one. It's gotta be somewhere around there. We need to find it and put it aside also. Alright, it kind of popped out and probably flew somewhere around there. I'll find it, and we just put them aside. Okay. All right. With the 220 T20, we're gonna remove the front wheels. This is the shaft for the front wheels, and let's remove that. And we're gonna remove the other one. And we're gonna put them aside. These things, they're ready to come out too. 2 little plates. And the front wheels are ready to come out with the spring and everything. Okay, so one wheel came out. I'm just gonna put it back on. Alright, so we got all this disconnected. Okay, and let's continue on. Next, I want to work on the handle, on this handle. Now if you look at this shaft, the only thing holding this shaft is this little spring, which we're going to pull it out, and this thing, it will come out. Alright, gotta make sure we got the spring and put it aside. So this is where that I will say the most difficult part it is, because you got these screws from the bottom that when putting it back on you have to hold it, and to me that was basically the most difficult part. However, it's not as bad. So okay, we're gonna use a let's see what size this is. 3/8 to remove these screws. And it's out. And you see how I'm holding the screw from the bottom? That's because it has a pattern in which if you push it in, it has this square. All you have to do is hold it there, and we're just gonna put it aside. I'm gonna put it in, and now I'm hitting for the second one. Alright, now remember this little piece of cardboard, because we want to put everything back the same way, and you don't want to miss anything. Everything is there for a reason, and although it's just a little piece of cardboard, it is probably to protect it from dust. Okay, so it fell down in here. Yeah. All right. And so we grab the T20 to disconnect this, and we gotta remember that the ground, it goes on this one. All right, and we'll put it aside. Okay, so we get the whole handle out. All right, piece of cardboard. The handle is out. All right, and now the other thing that we have to remove is the bolts from the motor. and we completely separate the here's the other spring that I was missing, and we use the T20 to remove the motor. The other one is broken, and we're gonna get the third one out of here, which is this last one right here. And the motor is out. Now, check this out. It has a little gasket right here, in which we want to keep them the same way. Alright, and we got this out, man. Now we got to bring the other one, disassemble it, and put it the way it was. How about that? Alright guys, so I'm gonna bring the old one that I have, and I'm gonna show you how to do this. Okay guys, time to put the other one apart, and let's get it done. So this is what I was talking about. This is damaged, so I'm gonna have to remove these because it goes down without having to pull this down with the feet. So this is gone. This is gonna be removed, and well, let's get it done. Gotta remember how everything goes together. Alright, so we got the second one. Now we need this one right here. And remember, we have to hold with your finger, and this will come out. And the second one. Alright. Okay. Alright, so we'll pull this out. Unfortunately, I saw a little problem in here. I noticed a little crack right in here. So this is going to cause a major problem later on. So I'm still going to use it. Yes, I am going to put some crazy glue to prevent it from getting damaged more. And I'm going to order a new one. I'm just filling up the crack. All right, I'm gonna let it dry there. In the meantime, I'm gonna clean this up really good. The motor is gonna be clean, and yeah, let's do it. Okay guys, I put the glue there. I hope it works a little bit. I hope it does something. So now I'm gonna put the handle. I'm gonna install the handle, and this is a little bit tricky because it's all together with the motor, and you know, you don't want to take it apart if you don't need to. But yeah. So of all, I will say this is the hardest part to do. All right. So this thing, it goes in here, in the holes. You gotta match the holes, right? Just like this, the way it is. Just like that. I think we gotta match. I don't see the holes lining up. The way we can find out is we have to insert one of the bolts through the bottom. This is the hardest part, trying to get it from the bottom and hold it at the same time with one finger, just like that. I don't know if you saw it. No, you didn't see it, but so what I did is okay, so by holding the bolt from the bottom with your finger, gotta hold it up, then you can proceed tightening it. All right, same thing goes to the other side. All right. Okay, so yeah, I made a mistake. The other one that is that we gotta hold it, it's through here, and this is the hardest one to work. So the best way to do it is to do it from the other end, like that. All right, now but don't forget that if you want to put that, we need this piece of cardboard. That's like a shield to prevent dust. All right, so we're gonna start. As I turn this thing down, upside down, I notice a crack. So I'm gonna have to glue it to see if it works. And this is gonna be while I order a new one, because this is not gonna hold for too long. I have to admit it. But anyway. So I'm putting a lot of glue. Hopefully that will hold it in place. I'm gonna just let it dry before I continue. Okay. All right, so it's time to put the bolts on the other side, and don't forget the ground. All right. Luckily, a lot of bolts, they're the same. Just gonna put it right there. I'm gonna put this one right here. And I don't like when there's no light. Okay. Let's take off a little bit. I have to loosen it a little bit so that way I can fix the Alright guys, so it's time to put the motor back. Alright. Make sure the cable hits on the right path. I'm gonna take this out. Remember the gasket, it needs to be on. And we're gonna place the motor where it belongs. Okay. Now that we have the motor, it's time to install the turn on the light. It's time to install the bolts for the motor. So I just noticed, believe it or not, that part of the motor it has been broken too. This part, but it's still good. So I'm just gonna do the best I can. I don't know how I didn't notice that at the beginning, but anyway, the motor still works. It's a big hit. They hit something. So now we're gonna put the metal cover right here, like the way it belongs. Okay. Now this is the tricky part. We're gonna have to turn it around. Make sure you have it right where you want it. All right. So now we gotta put the springs, and the springs are in here. Is this springs, and if you remember, the springs, they go on these slots right here. Okay, so what you do is you grab a needle nose. The only problem is that my needle nose is kind of messed up. I don't know if it's gonna work, but you basically hold it from here, and then you grab it on the slot that it's there and push it up just like that, see that? And that holds the metal part, and same goes for the other one, the other side. All right. I'm gonna grab it. I will call it that perhaps this is the hardest part of all. And oh, it's not that hard, you know. All right, got it snapped on. Now I'm gonna clean this up. I'm gonna put everything back on in here. If you remember, it was this. And then the gasket. So maybe this then. Okay. And we have to put a new fan on it. So I'll come back with it. Okay guys, so I put the gasket where it belongs. Now we're gonna put the fan. Alright. Everything is looking good. Now we're gonna have to put this cover. Remember that when putting this cover, you have to move. Let's see. When putting the cover, you have to move these little clips or legs away so that way you can put it in like that. Right now it's time to put this, but we can't forget that other little gasket that it goes in here. I don't know why that shadow, it's the phone is making that shadow itself. So this, it goes in here. You can hold the fan with one hand, and then with the pliers, believe it or not, that it doesn't have to be that tight. So, gonna proceed by putting the screws right here, and these are the Phillips screws. We're almost done. And putting the okay. All right. Now I'm gonna clean this roller before putting it on. I'm gonna give it a little clean, so I'll come back to you later on after I clean it, right? Okay, before installing the cover, let's not forget that we need to install the exhaust, and we need to figure out this. Okay, so we got one in here, We got the other one. Okay. This is how it goes. Now we can proceed by installing the cover. Make sure it fits snug, it fits without any problems. This is for the exhaust, they need that. Now we can proceed by turning it around and putting the springs. Alright, just like we did. So by now I have this roller cleaned up. Now how does the roller goes in? Well, first of all, you have to put the belt inside. Now if you see these little triangles, it has like a pointing thing on both sides. With that, it has to be pointed down. Now I want you to see this slot right here. This slot has to match this slot in here. It's gotta go the same way, otherwise you will mess up. The belt will not be installed properly and you're gonna damage the belt. You press it in. Okay, you put the belt. Now how is the belt goes? The same. This on the bottom has to match this slot. If you put it like that, it's not gonna work. It's gonna go backwards. So it's gotta go this way. Pull it. Okay. And push it. You see? Okay. So that's how it goes. So far, so good. We need to put the piece of metal in here and we're almost done. Okay. It's time to put the metal base. You see those little holes? They gotta match. They gotta match the corresponding clip. Put in this side and close it. Okay, so we basically got the whole thing done. It wasn't that bad, isn't it? Seems like if it is not alright, isn't it? Okay, so now what we got left is to install the knob to put the height. What you do is you pick this up so that way the wheels move and you push this in. Then we put the corresponding bolt in here and we're gonna be all set up in here. Another, yeah, it is. What is this one? I'm gonna tighten them up, right? And basically all we have to do is just put the bag and we're all set up, guys. We just put one vacuum cleaner up and running. Look, this is how to put this on. Oh, we gotta make sure this thing is clean. Let me clean it up. I'll be right back. Okay. So this clip goes on the bottom, and this I'm gonna put the light on. Put the light on. Touch on. It just clips there. Just like that. Beautiful. Now we got the bag on, and all we have to do is just bring it up and hook it up right there. And we're all set. All we have to do is test this puppy out and ready. Test it out. looking good. And this complete our mission. It's done. Hey, don't forget to subscribe to my channel because the next video I'm gonna do is gonna be really epic.